The control plate Ryan gave me should help with this. It looks like a memory lock. Great, just what Ryan wanted. I need to connect all of the circuits. All done. Now it's time to etch the design.
What's up?
Here's the candy bar you wanted.
Great. I'll start fixing it right now.
Check. Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that.
Oh, Nancy? What's up?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Nancy.
I need to rebuild Ryan's part. I think that's right. Still can't check, can't have it, still have, can't check that off yet.
It's Wednesday. I've clocked 49 hours of work this week. I found another note from Ryan on my door this morning. This time a threat. She continues to surprise. She's smarter than she looks. And then later she confronted me by the couch in the lounge and handed me another of her threats. I didn't bother taking it with me. The coil as is, it's little more than a plaything. I can't get the proper flow using the original design. I've got schematics drawn up for an entirely new prototype, but maybe that step isn't necessary. The math is solid, and the small-scale experiments are running at an efficiency of about 80%, and that's using the old design. I checked in on Mason's work today. He has the strangest attraction to exactly the work I'd most like him to avoid. I'm starting to question if he knows what he's toying with. I've made my message to him clear, yet he keeps going back to the rough materials application portion of the process. Perhaps it's time Gray tightens up the network to keep him in line. Maybe it's time to replace him. He's been less of an asset than I expected anyway. I'm finding myself spending more and more time down in my study in a state somewhere near sleep. Viewing the schematics in my mind, looking for flaws. Doesn't make sense that I'm finding none.
Check. Can't check that off yet. Whoa, better follow up on this.
Hey there, Nancy Drew.
Do you know how to fix a musical Tesla coil?
Yes?
Really?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought you said, should I let you get back to what you were doing?
What do you know about surveillance video?
That you watch it?
Have you heard of cases where the video has been faked?
Oh, yeah. All the time.
How can you tell if the video's been edited in some way?
It's getting harder and harder to tell. But the number one thing you need to do is to make sure that you've got the original video feed. If you don't, analyzing the data file isn't going to do you much good.
Is there a way to know if I have the original?
Yeah, that's the detective part. Not in my wheelhouse.
Ryan's been sneaking into the facility. I think she might be trying to avoid ending up in the security logs.
Just spitballing here. But do you think you could take her in a fair fight?
What kind of question is that?
The kind of question you ask someone who is kicking it with killers.
You seem pretty certain she's guilty.
The first thing you learn in criminology is that most cases are easy. The person who looks guilty usually is.
You read up on the case, right? I don't understand why Ryan was under so much scrutiny but never sent to trial.
From what I gathered, something didn't add up with the video and the timeline. Someone had to be in the lab with Nico. Otherwise, he'd still be here today.
So if her alibi stands up, it couldn't be her.
Exactly. Unless there's something big I'm missing.
Something's weird about this whole thing.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Figure this out.
I asked her about the night of the murder. She was pretty much mute. I'm undercover here. I can't push too hard. Can you see what you can find on your end?
I'll see what I can find. All I've got is the database. Don't expect any miracles.
Can't check that off yet. Did that. Can't check that off yet.
What do you want?
I'll let you go.
Bye.
That's done. Haven't done that. I'd better not do that while the coil is running. Something must be broken. Something must be broken. Still can't check that off yet. Something must be broken. Did that. Still haven't done that.
What's up?
I found these notes in the lounge. Is this your handwriting?
Yes.
So you admit to threatening Nico?
It looks like a threat, but it really isn't.
What else could it possibly be? It says right here.
I know what it says.
Then what?
A warning. It means just what it says. He wanted me to build something that could kill him. I had to make sure he knew what he was working with.
Do you have anything to prove that's true?
You know what? I need you to leave me alone right now. Go, please.
Yes?
Have you been tormenting Ryan with a robot cat?
I'd never do something that hilarious and definitely deserved. Never. Not ever.
Don't you think you should maybe stop? She seems to hate it.
No, I will not stop. I asked her nicely to build it for me. I even offered to pay her for her time. She's the one who hid it, so I don't even feel a little bad.
Bye.
See you later.
Still have to do that.
Nancy, Ryan's alibi stands up. She couldn't have killed Nico.
What? How do you know?
She told the police that she won an award. That was her alibi. But it left her with enough time to sneak back in. It wasn't airtight. Close, but not perfect. There was nothing in the crime database. But I had a hunch. I went to the journalism lab and used their photographer database. The ceremony was a national story, so a bunch of freelancers put their shots up for sale.
You found pictures of Ryan, but what does that prove?
By itself, nothing. But count 'em, two different photographers submitted photos of Ryan standing near a visible clock.
She couldn't have made it back in time.
Yes, that was the finale I was building to and was excited to get to say out loud that you interrupted.
Oh, Deirdre, you're amazing.
That is a genuine compliment. Okay. I'm working on tracking down the photographers, but it could take weeks. For now, it looks like Ryan's in the clear.
I don't know who to focus on now that Ryan's been cleared.
I can't help you there. Whoever did this was very calculating. It's sort of too bad that the rest of your suspects are scientists.
Ryan was threatening Nico. I found one of her notes.
What's it say?
Unless you're dying to see the inside of a body bag, I suggest you rethink your plans.
I admire the directness. Well, good. I was hoping this paper would be short.
Ryan says the notes were taken out of context.
Say what now?
Yep.
Yeah, in my experience, no one buys that line.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were starting to enjoy working with me.
No. It's just that I'm bored and I'm completely out of episodes of TDPD.
TDPD? Is that a... What is that?
The best show on television. Ever. And you've never heard of it? Nancy, he was a linebacker and now he's a crime tracker. Ring a bell? Officer Downs, anything?
Sorry, never heard of it.
Sometimes it's like you live on Mars.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Victor here.
I found a way to prove that Ryan's innocent. It wasn't her.
What? What do you mean?
Photos from her award ceremony prove she couldn't have made it to the lab in time. It's not possible.
That can't be true. All of that evidence, I'm sure it was her.
Deirdre's working on getting the photos over to the police now.
They'll reopen the case and everything will just stall out again.
Okay, what's my next move then?
I don't know. I have to think.
That's check. That's done. Still have to do that.
What's up?
You really are innocent. I'm sorry I ever doubted you.
Don't be sorry. It's the smartest course of action. Look, I gotta ask you. You're not really here for a new investor. You're here to look into what happened to Nico, aren't you?
Yes.
I figured the questions you were asking were a little odd considering. I believe someone from this lab killed Nico. Anything you need from me, you got it.
Why are you being so helpful?
Nico may have had some crazy, downright dangerous ideas, but he was a good man. His killer deserves to be punished, whoever it is.
Mason says he was tormenting you with a cat because you hid it. Is that true?
It was self-defense! Fuzzy little freakball had it coming.
I'll let you go.
Later.
Hello?
Nancy? Is that you? Are you okay?
I'm locked in!
Me too.
There's no air flowing in. How do I get out? It's pretty hot in here. I'd better find my way out as quickly as possible.
What are you doing here?
Back off, old man.
I said, what are you doing here? And while I'm at it, what's in the bag?
And I said back off! Hey, let go!
I don't want to see you here screwing around after hours.
Are you crazy? This is mine! Leave me alone!
Yeah, you better run!
What were they arguing about? Did that. What's he doing in there?
Yeah, what?
What were you saying to Mason earlier?
Nothing you need to worry about.
You seemed a little angry.
I was.
What were you shredding?
Nothing.
It didn't seem like nothing.
Leave it alone.
I got locked in the lab and almost died.
That's so?
Yes, someone turned off the oxygen. I had to crawl out the vent.
Smart. Most wouldn't have thought of that.
Do you have any idea what happened?
Nope.
I could have died in there.
This is a lab. It's not to be taken lightly. Forget that and you will end up dead.
Bye.
Bye.
The kill switch for the Tesla coil. Why does Gray have it? I bet I could tape this back together. I need to figure out what was on this page before Gray shredded it. Got it. Now to find a way to take this with me. What was put into safekeeping? I'd better look into that. Can't check that off. Can't check that off. Still have to do that. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. What's someone with a PhD doing working in security?